Hey guys, today we'll be working on Flexbox. Does anyone know anything about Flexbox? Heard of it? Yeah. So basically, Flexbox you can allocate align elements in a flexible way. So if you don't use Flexbox, we have to use something like positional elements like absolute or relative, or maybe you have to use float on navigation system, but there's a chance that it might collapse, so you might need to use Clearfix as well, so it's not very convenient. So therefore that's when Flexbox comes into place. So to create a flex, there are two type of elements, a parent element which is called container, and the child element called item. So do you know anything? So do you know how to make it? Do you know the skeleton of a flex container, and flex item?
So what is a flex container? Is it like something?
For example, you have a nav bar, and you want to allocate it to the far right. However, if you use absolute positioning, you have to be very specific with the element. So let me show you anyway. So to create a flex container, so I create a div. Do you know how to create a class in React? Class name? Yep. Sorry. Class name. And I will call it, let's say, a flex container. And I will create the child elements, flex item, for example. So I'll give it a class name item, or I can call it whatever, call it box whatever. So within there, I call it box 1, for example. So I'm going to create 6 of them, 6 flex items. So I'll just call it box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, and box 6. Right, I'm going to decorate the boxes in app.css. So I gave it a class box. So I'm just going to do this. So I will give it a background, I don't know, like blue, whatever. So Dodger blue. Give it a margin and some padding. So now I have 6 boxes. So right now it's just basically 6 boxes stacked on top of each other. So I'll need to make them flexible. Do you know how to do that?
What do you mean by flexible?
Pardon?
What do you mean by making it flexible?
So I need to make these items flexible in order to align position elements wherever I want. So right now, it's just basically like nothing. It doesn't do anything. I can't allocate anywhere. So by basically displaying container flex. So let me show you. So by adding the properties display flex, I now have 6 flexible items. So now, say for example, I want this to be in column. I can make these items in column or row. So let me show you. So for example, I can use a flex property called flex direction, and I can put in the value column. However, what if I want this to be in row in a larger screen? Have you guys heard of media queries? Media query. Have you heard of media query? Do you know how to create one? Yeah, at media, then what? So basically there are 2 ways to create media queries. I can work from a larger screen or from a smaller screen. So usually I work from smaller screens because I prefer to work from mobile mode first. So right now this is in mobile mode. So how do I do in large screen mode? I can use something called min width. Let's just say it's 1000 pixels, for example. Right, so basically I want it, once it reaches to the larger screen, I want this to be in row. So, do you know how I can do that? Because so we have flex direction here as column. What do I need to add here? Anyone? Yeah, flex container? Nice one. And then what? Do I need to copy this? Do I need to enter display again? Not really, do I? Because it's already been done already. So all I need to do is add flex direction row. So once I reach to a larger screen, this will adjust. Sorry, one sec. Flex direction row. Min width. Px. Yeah, it should work.
I think 1000 pixels is too much.
Yeah, 1000 pixels. Yeah. So let me try 800. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It was too much here. So maybe I do 800. So let me show you how it works. So here it is. So this is the pixels. As it reaches to 1000, it will adjust to row rather than column. Any questions, guys? Yeah, makes sense? Right, another thing with flex. There's a thing called order. So if I want box 1 to be after box 6, I can use something called order. So if I put in order here, do you think it will work? No, it won't work on the parent element. It will only work on the children element. So if I want box 1 to be after box 6, I have to basically give a class name to each box. So let's just say box 1, box 2, box 3, and so on. So for flex order, the default value is 0. So basically, all of this position is at 0. So if I want box 1 to be after box 6, say for example box 1, I'll just give it 1, and then box 1 will be after box 6. Oh, yeah. So what if I want box 6 to be before box 2? Anyone?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Why order 1 gets displayed at the end?
Sorry?
Why when we said box 1, order 1,
Mm-hmm.
it gets displayed last?
So I'm just giving an example. Like what if I want my items to be in different order?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any difference if instead of 1 you put 30, for instance? Or will it always be displayed at the end?
Yeah. So basically, like I said, by default, all of these boxes are at position 0.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's like an array. So
Yeah.
you know, index 0 to
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So with order, if I want box 6 to be before box 2, I give it the position minus 1. Yeah, does it make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay, so what if so when I go to larger screen mode, what if I want box 6 to be after box 1? Anyone? So right now, box 6 is at position minus 1. Yeah? So what do I need to do to put it back to after put it after box 1? Yeah, shall I give it a try? Yeah. That's fine. So does it, yeah? Any questions? Yeah? That's how you do it. Yeah? So once I reach to larger screen, yeah, that's how you can adjust the order. Any questions, guys?
Can I add something about that?
Yeah, sure.
How do you keep the order of a larger screen?
Pardon?
How do you keep the order like
So before I created a media query.
okay.
Yeah. So once it reaches to 800 pixels, yeah, the container the direction will adjust itself. Yeah. So once I reach to larger screen, the order 6 will be after box 1. Any questions, guys?
I got the question
Yeah,
for
sure.
everyone. So can you show the CSS, please?
Yep.
But what do you think, guys? Do you think this is mobile first development or desktop first development? If you look at that CSS, that piece of CSS, ignoring the details, right? I don't want to focus on any particular line. From this distance, do you think here Vincent is following mobile first development guidelines or desktop first development guidelines, and why? Why mobile?
Yeah, because it's playing everything vertical rather than.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing Vincent did is he created the styles for mobile. That's his main priority. He knows that 80% of his customers go access the web app on the phone, so that's the main priority, right? And then at the very bottom, he fine-tunes the necessary styling to make sure it looks good on desktop. This is what some people call Instagram way of coding. Yeah, if you have the Instagram app on your phone, it looks fabulous, pixel perfect, all these things. If you check Instagram on your desktop, on your web browser, it looks horrible, right? Why? Because they focus on mobile, obviously they understand what the priorities are, and then they change a bit for desktop to give the impression that they do care about desktop, right? But they don't.
Yeah. So, yep. So guys, any questions regarding to order? Okay, cool. So that's order for you. Right, so I want to introduce another thing. Say for example, I'll put this in row. Well, just to let you know guys, for flex direction, the default value for that is row. So I don't have to add that. So it will still be the same. Okay? Right, I have a problem. So whenever I minimize my screen, the boxes, I cannot shrink any further. So therefore it hides some of the boxes. Do you know what I can do to make it go to the next row? Nice one. So how do I do that? Yeah, okay. So the property is called flex wrap. Can you guess the value for it? Yeah, wrap? Okay. So as soon as it reaches to the end, as soon as it breaks, it will go to the next line. Yeah? Cool. Right. Any questions, guys? Yeah? Cool. Right. Now I want to introduce you to something called aligning elements horizontally. So do you know how I can do that? So basically, I want these 6 items to be from left to right to left, or maybe center, whatever. So it's a property called justify content. And if I want to display from right to left, I can give a value of flex end. So the default value is flex start, but if I want to display the other way around, I can use flex end. Can anyone guess how I can display it in the middle? Pardon?
Flex middle,
Flex.
center.
Yeah, center, yeah. Well done. Center, nice. And I also can, it's another value. If I want it very, very spaced out, which value will that be? Can anyone guess? If I want it to be space,
Distributed.
pardon?
Distributed.
Like, just,
Flex distributed.
no. It's called space around or space between. So let me start with space between. Space between, it will go to the edge of the left edge and the right edge, making it spaced out. And if I use space around, it will move slightly away from the edges. Okay? Any questions, guys? Yeah, makes sense? Yeah, cool. Right. Okay, so right now, I'm not happy with this layout. I want all these 6 items to be to the end, to be spaced out even more to the end. Do you know how I can do that? So literally fill out the whole line. It's called flex grow. Have you heard of that, guys? Flex grow, yeah? So what I can do is, I can use the property called flex grow here, and give it a value of 1. Oh, sorry, not flex container, sorry. In flex item.